The technology that we've built is all proprietary. We own pretty much every single piece of that technology. We've developed everything from scratch. We're very proud of that, and we have some of the most amazing guys on this team. And so I'll dive into the app just to kind of show you the core features, how it works. There are a bunch of features that we haven't put into version 1. We're still working on, but I'll see if I can talk a little bit about some of those features as well. So here we are, and this is what play data looks like. If you're looking at the dashboard, you'll see it shows you an overall view of all of the content that you have, the broadcasters that you're monitoring, and the performance, general overall performance of all of your content. So what you see here is daily plays, weekly plays, monthly plays, and lifetime plays. So from whenever it is you upload your content, it starts tracking, and you can see the daily plays. If you click on daily plays, it shows you your particular tracks from your library, the track, the artist, the broadcaster, and the time that it was played. This was played at 22:52, which I'm guessing is almost at 11 o'clock. That was less than 15 minutes ago on Capital FM, Love Me Like You Do. And you can see Blank Space was also played on Capital FM. So it gives you kind of an idea of what's going on with all of the content that is in your library. Let me go back. You can do the same thing for the weekly plays and for the monthly plays. It also shows you your daily statistics. So it shows you how many plays you've had from your library today. And it also shows you what your daily record looks like. And that's like the highest number of plays you've ever had. It also shows you your most played tracks from your library. So it's whatever tracks you have within your library that this dashboard is going to give you information on. So if you have tracks, be it music or ads, whatever it is, it'll give you the information in this same manner. So we're looking here at Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding. It's the most played track in this library. It's been played 654 times. You can click on that particular song and drill down to see exactly what's going on with it. So it's been played 654 times lifetime, like I said earlier. It's been played once today. It's been played 65 times this week, and so on and so forth. You can dive into time reporting. So timelines to kind of see what's going on with the content. So let's say you filter results. You can check between 15th to the 22nd. You can download this report in a PDF format or CSV format, and it shows you all of the stations that are playing it. Capital FM seems to be playing this a lot. Energy FM, also in Russia, has played this on the 21st at about 11 o'clock. So that's kind of what you see when you drill down into each individual track. Now, it also shows you your overall top broadcasters for your library on this main page right here. So you see Capital FM is played 1,569 times. That's 1,569 times. WWPW's played it 1,359. So you see that kind of stuff. It also shows it to you in percentages. So you actually know for a fact that Capital FM is the one who's playing your content the most. This type of thing is helpful, especially if you have content that requires heavy promoting on radio and TV. You can see, where most of your fulfillment is coming from. You can also click here to see all the broadcasters that you're monitoring. For the benefit of this account, we only put up 12 broadcasters. We're currently monitoring over 5,000 globally. But I knew if we put 5,000 in here, it would look like a lot. So we narrowed it down to 12 just to kind of give you an idea of, how this works for this particular account. There's VEE and a couple stations from the US. There's N10 from Germany. There's BBC One Extra, Capital FM from the UK. There's Energy from Russia. There's Radio Capital from Spain. And there's KISS from Australia. So you see, you can monitor literally any station from any part of the world that is currently within our reach. Okay, now as far as the library, this is where you upload your content. In this library, we have 25 tracks uploaded. Some of them are ads, and I can play one of them.
I want to say goodbye to your wireless carrier, but
That's the T-Mobile ad that we were monitoring a couple weeks ago. It's not playing anymore. So you can see there it's showing a 0 because that was an ad that we started monitoring a few weeks, and I think that they're done with that campaign. So we can hit here to delete that particular ad and upload something new. You can add new tracks. You enter the title of the track, artist or owner, the release year. It gives you drill down opportunities, male, female, solo group. You can select genre. You can also add featured artists and all that kind of stuff. And once you upload, within a minute, it encodes that track and it starts to listen for airplay. There's a song right here by Mr. 2K. It's called Bad Girl Special. You can click on that. Let's see. Actually, it shows you how many times the song's been played and who's played it. So BBC One Extra has played this song 3 times since April 19. So April 19 to the 26th, they played it 3 times. We've identified the times that it played. Again, you can check by date. You can search also within whatever results that you get, either by artist or by title. You can download the reports in any kind of manner you want. It shows you the top broadcasters for that one song also. So you can see here, BBC One Extra's played it 3 times, but nobody else has played this particular song at all. It's got 3 lifetime plays on the stations that are being monitored under this particular account. One of the other features that we have with Play Data that's pretty cool is we have an overall performance chart, which basically shows you how all of the stuff within your library is doing over time. So you're looking at like a 10-day period, and you can see here it played 41 times on the 20th. By the 21st, it played 85 times. And then on the 24th, it dipped to 67. So something must have happened around this period. And this is information that is very useful, especially if you are promoting content and you're able to see when your airplay starts to dip. So then, hey, if we need to intensify promotions, or maybe it's time to put out a new single, or maybe we want to shoot a video, and stuff like that. It's particularly useful to people who are promoting content. This also applies for people who have movies that are showing on, radio, television. So you're able to basically track how many times it's being played and all that good stuff. So the overall performance shows you everything in your library, and you can also do drill downs to see individual tracks and their performance as well. Something else that's really cool that we have is the comparison module, this right here. And this is a really, really fancy tool because it allows you to compare tracks within your library with other tracks that exist on the database. So basically, if I put out 2 singles as an artist, I can basically say, hey, okay, let's say from my library, I have a song called Sugar, right? There's a song called Sugar by Maroon 5 in this library. When I click on that song, it shows me the trend for the last 10 days, okay? And then I can enter a different song. Let's see, Ellie Golden, I think we were talking about earlier. Love Me Like You Do, boom. So what you see there is pretty much a comparison of both tracks and how well they're doing across all the broadcasters that are being monitored, right? So Love Me Like You Do is played 9 times on this particular date. That's the 20th of April. And Sugar has only played 5 times. And then you can kind of see the trend and follow the trend. Why is this useful? If you put out 2 singles as an artist, you're able to tell which one to shoot a video for. It's not a guessing game anymore. Now you can see which one is actually getting more plays. And typically, whichever song gets more plays is the one that is likely to become bigger, because that's the one that obviously people are requesting more. And that's the one that's going to be more popular. So if you're trying to shoot a video, it basically allows you to make better decisions, rather than hearsay or just going off of, some kind of a vibe, which a lot of times allows you to make wrong assumptions. You can reset this and you can add, any other tracks. You can also compare yourself with other artists, look at other artists and see how they're doing and be able to, figure out what you need to do to catch up. Make wrong assumptions. You can reset this and you can add, any other tracks. You can also compare yourself with other artists, look at other artists and see how they're doing and be able to, figure out what you need to do to catch up in infographics format. So whenever you download information, you're not just going to get a boring spreadsheet. You're going to get something that's actually quite appealing and something that you can share, within the office or to, clients and whatnot about your performance. We're trying to make this as fun as possible. It is data. We're also trying to show you the information, in the easiest way possible for you to understand it and then for you to also be able to interpret it. Because it's one thing to get the information, on a spreadsheet where you can't really make sense of it. What we've tried to do with Play Data is to take all of that stress off of you. So I don't know if you guys have any questions or if there's anything that you wanted to talk about. Kingsley, is there something you wanted to add? This is a good time to add. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
No, not exactly. That's pretty perfect. It was crystal clear. Anyone that has any questions, please feel free to throw some questions in the chat. We're here to provide you adequate responses.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, man, I had a good run this morning. I feel great.
You did, yeah? Did you do the 5 miles?
Yes, 5 miles every day.
Oh my gosh, man! I need to go hit the gym today.
5 miles every day, man, and it's working out. I feel great. I feel very energetic. It's interesting how you walk for 5 miles and then you come off of that actually feeling energetic.
I know. So last night I hit the gym and I did 2.5 miles on the treadmill. A little bit of running, a little bit of walking. But then I went and did 250 push-ups.
Oh wow!
Yeah, my body's telling the story this morning.
Well, that's great. That's great. Okay, I don't think I don't see any questions. I may just want to talk about a few things. I've heard a few questions. Actually, you know what? Let's look on Twitter. Let's see what's going on Twitter, just to be sure. Let me see. What's going on? Oh, there are always questions on Twitter. There are always questions on Twitter. We want to make sure that they're relevant questions, though. It's about Play Data and what Play Data is. I don't want to talk about LD or LD's music. We want to talk about Play. All right. Okay. So I guess, at this point, we may want to just end the demo. If you have any questions, you can send to us, follow us on Twitter at myplaydata.com. At Twitter at myplaydata. You can also check out the website. It's www.myplaydata.com. I see a question from Adejinle Dolapo, Mr. Fly Nigerian, and he's asking what technology is used for identifying the plays. That's a good question. We identify we've built algorithms that uses fingerprinting technology. And what that means is that we analyze spectrums of audio files and we create a digital signature, sort of like a DNA, just the same way everyone has a unique fingerprint. Every audio piece has a unique fingerprint, and we're able to identify within any stream of audio that particular audio file, and that's how we do that. The second thing he said is like knowing if a radio or TV station just played, does an admin or someone have to send a notification? Absolutely not. Our system is fully automated. It does not require any human interaction. All of the listening, matching, and reporting is done automatically. So nobody's going to send you a spreadsheet, basically, if that's what you're asking. And nobody's going to be calling you to notify you of your plays. You will see everything live on your dashboard as it happens. Your reporting actually happens within 2 minutes. So if a song is played, within 2 minutes, you get a notification on your dashboard. It shows up right there so you can see it. I hope that answers your question. He's asking audio fingerprint, like what Shazam uses. Pretty similar, but very different. Pretty similar in terms of the technology and the idea, but then it's the algorithms that we've deployed are very different from what Shazam uses. I don't know if I could say myself a little more advanced than the Shazam technology, and we're very proud of that. Let me see. Any more questions? Anybody else has questions?
Have you looked on the YouTube page?
Yeah, I'm looking at that as well. Let's look at the YouTube page and see if anyone's asking questions there. You know, that's the interesting thing about having all of these different.
It's the age of social media, man.
Yeah. It's like so many different ways that people can reach you.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So Anthony Adejinle, I hope that we've been able to answer your question. Stephen Igwe is asking, I think some Shazam kind of stuff, listening every, say, 1 minute. Actually, our technology is listening, period. It never stops listening. So it's not listening in every 1 minute, it's listening permanently to all of the broadcasters that we do monitor, radio and TV. I hope that answers that question. Kingsley, was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Especially maybe particularly to advertisers, because when we speak about this, a lot of times people assume that this is a solution that's built primarily for musicians. But what I think, the reason it sounds like that sometimes is because there are a lot of features that, you know, musicians can use that we've built into Play Data, but we're also providing this at a very high level to advertisers as well. So I don't know if you wanted to, you know, add.
Absolutely. So when we're looking at, let's look at those two different target markets. Yes. So if you're the artist, why is this crucial information that you need? So let's take one simple example. If you're an African artist, for instance, or let's use Nigeria, where we're from. If you're a Nigerian artist and your music is being consumed in 5 or 10 other African countries on the radio. Currently, there is absolutely no way for you as the artist to know that your music is being consumed in those regions. The moment you're able to see data for where your music is being consumed, then you can be a lot more strategic about where to market your content and to get it playing a lot more on air. One of the biggest challenges that we found that artists would make, and this is across the continent, is they get a lot of plays on the radio stations in the region where they live. However, outside of that region, they don't really get plays. But you know how it is. Once you're getting plays around on the radio stations in the region you live, you think that you're global. You have the feeling that you're national. And so a lot of money is spent on doing events or shows or road shows at these at other regions where they're not necessarily getting played. And a local artist in another region may actually be the person who's getting played. And the reason that this problem happens, where they find out that they end up wasting a lot of funds in putting up events in regions where their music is not playing, is simply because they have no visibility into what actually is playing on the radio in those regions. So this would be huge for even the movie industry. The movie industry, we sell tons and tons of CDs, really across the continent. However, consumption within Nigeria, we understand a little bit of what that is, but consumption out of Nigeria, we have no idea where it's playing, what stations are playing our movies. This will totally change the industry. Now the guys that are producing the CDs can do more targeted marketing in countries that are actually consuming our products. And for advertisers, how does this really, really help advertisers? So think about it. We have thousands of companies with huge annual marketing budgets that are, be them foreign or local. They advertise in all different stations across the continent, but visibility again is very tough. So an advertiser pays for a prime spot on the radio. Let's just take one example. Once his jingle or his ad or commercial played at 7 p.m., There's a reason he wants to play at 7 p.m. and he's paying for that slot. And if you guys advertisers know how expensive these slots can get, but then he gets bumped down to 7:10 p.m. or 7:15 p.m. if at all it plays. Now, when you have a campaign that's playing on 200 stations, it becomes very, very cumbersome and very difficult to spot where and when each of your content was played. Now, the current process is at the end of the campaign, advertisers will now go and do a reconciliation with the broadcasters to determine what was played, what wasn't played, what was played at the right time, what wasn't played, and then they try to reconcile that, and the next campaign they get a credit. It becomes a nightmare. One of the main reasons that we have built Play Data was to solve this major problem and save the advertisers multi-millions of dollars that are being thrown down a toilet right now. So with the notifications that we get, if your ad is played or not played, within 2 minutes you can tell if it's on a station or not, and we can hop on a call with that station and put our corrective measures immediately. So this for advertisers is huge, just as huge, if not bigger than it is for artists. So if there's any other questions around why this technology or what this technology will do for the different target markets, let us know. Each time we get on these calls, we'll talk about different target markets and how this data can be used to totally revolutionize the advertising and the entertainment industries. That's my 2 cents.
All right, thanks, Kingsley. Again, if you guys have any questions, I'm seeing people asking questions, everywhere. Questions on the YouTube page, questions on Twitter, that's fine. We are here. If for whatever reason in the demo and you still have a question, you can ask on Twitter at myplaydata.com. You can shoot us an email, info@myplaydata.com. And please, we do encourage anyone who's listening right now to go to our website, myplaydata.com, and enter your email in our mailing list so we can let you know once we go live in your region. So whatever region you are in the world, Playdata is coming to you. It's only a matter of time. And we're very excited about the prospects of what we're building here and the visibility that our technology is going to provide to advertisers and content owners globally.
Absolutely. Saying that we're excited is, honestly speaking, an understatement. We're super, super, uber excited. It is about time.
It is. I think there's a question here. Stephen Igwe is asking, any Nigerian broadcaster on Playdata yet? That's a good question. Now, the way that we have Playdata set up, we do not require the broadcasters to be on Playdata. If you are a broadcaster in any region, we can hear you already. So we don't have to sign up the broadcasters for them to be on Playdata. We're actually listening into the broadcaster and telling you what they're playing. So anybody who's broadcasting in any region, we can hear them. We don't have to, enter into a partnership to hear them. So no broadcaster can essentially hide their broadcast from us unless they're not broadcasting.
Absolutely. And I think maybe what Igwe's question also maybe, because he may not necessarily understand how our technology works, he's probably asking if we already have coverage in Nigeria is probably what his question is.
So as far as coverage in Nigeria, yes, we do have coverage. We're covering the whole of Lagos. We're commissioning Abuja and Port Harcourt and surrounding regions within the next 60 to 90 days. So our target for Nigeria is 6 to 12 months to cover the entire country. Because we have to listen locally to terrestrial TV and so on and so forth, and infrastructure needs to be put in place to be able to do that, which is currently ongoing. So We will be able to give you information on everything that's going on in every corner of Nigeria within 12 months. But yeah, so I think that about wraps it up for me. I don't know if Kingsley, I think you're on mute.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize I was on mute. I was just there rambling. Yeah, awesome, LD. Anyone has any questions, please go ahead and throw it. We're excited to see what questions you have. We want to keep sending you guys responses. Thank you for joining us today. We will continue with these sessions, each week or every other week until we come to your region, I guess, I would say. But yeah, that's about all I have to say.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us. We're going to end the broadcast now. Again, if you have any questions, send us a question. You can email us info@myplaydata.com, or you can ask on Twitter @myplaydata. Please follow us on Twitter, and you check out our website myplaydata.com for information about Playdata, and also to get notifications about when we come to your region. So yeah, thank you guys, and that will be all.
Thank you very much.